Hi viewers, this is Upender Anumula, Polity faculty. In last video, we interact with the historical background of the Constitution. The East India Company, which was came into our country for trading purpose, slowly they wanted to acquire some parts of the territory of India, because here in India they observed huge wealth and they wanted to drain this wealth to their country, so that they want to settle long period in this country. To settle in this country for long period means they wanted to make some rules and regulations of the British lines. It only happens when the East India Company have a political and control of the politically dominance. So whenever they wanted to control the politically, they compulsory acquired the powers of the administration. So this is the way the East India Company, first it was acquired three important areas from Mughal emperor, that is Bihar, Bengal and Orissa. In these three areas, after defeating the Mughal emperor, they got Diwani rights in the year of 1765. How they got Diwani rights means they defeated Mughal emperor in Battle of Buxar in 1764. So after defeating the Mughal emperor, they must accept the conditions of the East India Company. So this is the first entry in the politics of India by the British East India Company. Whenever they came to our country in 1600 to 1773, the British East India Company not earn as per their expectations. Moreover, the officers of the East India Company become very rich. Why? Because these officers were corrupt officers. They corrupted because they took bribery from the native Indians, and they relaxed from paying taxes to the East India Company. By this way, the officers became very rich, but company fell into debt. Immediately, this company came to British Queen, and this company asked help to the British Crown, and British Queen also accepted their obligation, but they put condition. The Queen wanted to control and regulate the East India Company. Whenever Queen Victoria provided a charter in the initial stages, it was only one of the agreement and permission to the company to trade in India. But this time, Crown wanted to regulate and control the East India Company, so that this company also accepted, and by this way Queen Victoria started to introduce regulation acts, and they known by Charter Acts also. The first Charter Act was introduced in 1773, and this act was, the main feature of this act was centralizing administration in India. The main feature of this act was centralizing administration, means the territories which were under the control of East India Company, all these areas must be in the control of one person. So that it was a centralizing, that means this act was a provision towards to the centralizing administration. And mainly by this act, it made a governor of the Bengal as Governor General of Bengal. See here, Governor of Bengal and Governor of Madras and Governor of Bombay, all these three were independently, they are ruling their provinces. But this act was made centralized administration, so that all these three provinces powers vested in Bengal Governor General. So it made Bengal Governor as a Governor General of Bengal. So all the legislative powers put in the hands of the Bengal Governor General, and the remaining governors, Bombay and Madras, made subordinate to him. That means executive powers in the hands of the Madras and Bombay governors, but they have no legislative powers. And this act also provided a council to help Governor General of Bengal. In this council, 4 members were executive members to assist Governor General, and this council also called Calcutta 4 or Council of 4, and these members were Clavering, Borwell, Philip Francis and Manson. All these 4 members were assisted to the Governor General. And in 1772, a person called Warren Hastings introduced the system of collector. And the same 1773 Act, the first Governor General of Bengal, also Warren Hastings. And in 1774, by this Act, Supreme Court established in Fort William of Calcutta. The first Chief Justice of this Supreme Court was Elijah Impey, and 3 other judges also appointed, and they were Caesar, John Hyde and Robert. All these 3 were judges in the Supreme Court, and Chief Justice was Elijah Impey. So 1773 Act, the main purpose of this act was to make administration completely centralized system. But unfortunately, it was not succeeded. That means the British Crown, whenever it was introduced, what her opinion, it was completely not succeeded. That means 1773 Charter Act was completely failed. Then when it was failed, definitely Crown tried to introduce another act. Then we will meet in the next class. All of you, those who are watching this video, you must like and share and subscribe. I will continue to provide as a good facilitator for the political science and Indian polity and governance, which was very important for all the competitive exams. Thank you.